To the G-Force experience. Get ready to experience G-Forces like you've never felt in your life. Oh my god, buckle up. Oh, buckle up. Surplus is going so hard on a game. He's going so hard on this game, bro. Why do this to yourself? Why? There's no need. There's no need, Surplus. Don't do this to yourself, please. Please, you're worth it. Think about everything you have to live for. Think about all the new FromSoft games. Liza P. You want to live long enough to see those. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yo, Pyro. Pyro, gang, Pyro. What's up, Pyro? What's up, bro? What's up, Pyro, bro, for show? Pyro rhymes with Spyro, like the dragon, bro. Spyro. Hey, that's probably why they named him that, huh? He's like a pyro. It's like fire. Right? Spyro the Pyro. So good, this game? I don't even gotta try, bro. Why, though? Then my pride and ego show up. Yeah, I feel you, but I don't know, man. You know me now. You've known me for a while, dude. I don't like doing those like forced handicap runs. What's up, Lillian Ahmed? What's up? I don't like doing the whole like, okay, I'm gonna do a level 1 fists only run in Elden Ring. I don't ever do that. I'm okay with doing like the difficulty that is inherently in the game. Like even Sekiro with like the Demon Bell Charmless, like I'm down. But when I gotta start coming up with stuff where I'm like, okay, now I'm only gonna use a fish and I'm gonna, you know, not jump the entire game. Then I don't care. How's everybody doing? Are we ready to put a nice cherry on the top of this, not just Sekiro experience, but Souls experience at large? I feel like it's a testament, paramount day here. Epic. One might even say legendary. Yeah, it's like a challenge, exactly. That's what people do. I'm not really one for that. Spyro the Pyro, Surplus the Dragon, Big Shura, coming in for the win. All day, sliding on in like butter dripping off a hot biscuit, blasting through the Mojave Desert like a Shuraka! Dang! Now who's ready? I'm ready. It looks like it's just about time. Nice bars. Bars all day. Bro, I got bars on bars on bars on bars. Like, for real. Like, dude, like super serial for realsies about it though, dog. Like low key on God, like no cap. Like straight up in here, dude. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Huh, Lillian? We're going in. We're going in. Yeah, that's right. That's right, we're going in on it. It's gonna be a momentous day. An epic day. Now, I'm gonna need to remind everybody what's going on. So let me show you. Let me show you. If you remember, we beat the game yesterday, okay? What's up, Logan Fowler? How are you, buddy? How are you? I'm just making sure my brows look good. This is a big, important day. We're going to do a tier list, right? We're going to have some audience participation. That's where you come in. It's a big responsibility, but I think you're up for it. And I'm just going to relax. I'm going to beat this boss. We're going to boot up the tier list. I'm going to drink some coffee. Gonna talk about some Logan Paul. Just kidding. We've already said enough. Now, let me remind you what's up. Let me remind you what's up, Fat Mo. Listen, Mo, I can tell when you step in the room because your presence is known. It's big. It's heavy. Now, let me tell you guys what's up, because some of you might be thinking, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute there, Sherpa. Wait. Hold on now. I thought you beat Sekiro yesterday. Bro, what's going on, dog? Why do we have it on? Are you deciding to do a whole nother playthrough? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. We're doing the tier list. The tier list means we need to do every boss. Okay? You see, Surplus was already saying it. Whoa, why are you turning on this game again? It's because we need to fight the optional midway through the game. You are presented with a choice to serve Kuro or to stay loyal to your owl father. I feel like the best way to play is to disobey your father and save Kuro, which is what we just did. But if you choose water over wine, take the wheel and drive. Sorry, that's the song. If you choose to obey your father, or what is it? The Iron Code? I don't know. But you say, okay, let's do this. And then you fight Ishinashina after Emma, and the game ends abruptly. It's like midway through the game, too. It's like really early on. Haseao. This is a mod. This skin is a mod, bro. It's not in the game. Hate to break it to you. Unless you can get mods. You know? Thanks for hanging out, Logan. I'm sorry you're not into Sekiro. I'm sorry we can't convert you. Now, I don't know how long this boss is going to take, but it's the last one we got to do, and then we're jumping into the tier list. Let's waste no time. Let's get this going. Let's pop it off. Let's pour them champs. That was my design. I actually don't remember these fights very much. Well, I remember them. I just don't remember the moves. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to say, obey the Iron Code. Forsake little baby churro. No, I'm down. Let's do it. See how hard this is. It's so cool they give you this optional path. It ends the game so early. Imagine doing this and not knowing what you did, and you skipped like the whole second half of the game. Like there's a whole time change you skip with a battle. I obeyed the Iron Code. Iron Code obeyed. Ah! I wonder where she sits with Surplus among the ranks of, like, you know, Melania, Runny, that Bloodborne girl, whatever her name was. What's her name again? Emma? A new challenger has appeared! Pyro's ready to burn her down like Spyro. I must warn you, Lady Emma. For I will show no mercy! Need to get some drinks going. Let's go. Look at her little walk. That's the move you don't want to get hit by. I remember that. I remember getting hit by that move. I'm sorry, I love you, but you gotta go. You're standing in my path. Oh no! Ha! Ooh, she got me on the edge. Hold up now. Let's work it out. We can talk about this. Can we talk about this? Ah! Ah, she got me at the edge again. Woo, baby! Oh my god. That was massive. Boom! Oh, you stupid! Yeah! No! No! She got me with it. She got me with it. Hold up. Whoa, 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 no. What? What the? I'm not even gonna give up. I don't know what, I accidentally used the commune idol, I guess. I don't know what I did. Don't care. I don't even care what I did. Let's go. I didn't mean that. I thought it was Ichimonji. I forgot we loaded our game. Woo! Finish her! My game kind of stuttered right there. Anybody else see that? She's hanging in there. She's hanging in there. She's got me right where she wants me. Ah! We're not in a good spot for Ishin. I'm sorry! Oh, yeah, baby. Dave, what's up? But the problem is, you guys, there's no checkpoint. So you have to play Emma really good. Because now you have to fight Ishin. And now I have no health. It's okay. We'll see what we can do. See what we can do, okay? Bring it on. Hello, Serena. Welcome to the finale fatality. Finale fatality. Okay? Here comes a new challenger! Bro, I dare you to cut me down. I dare you to cut me down. In fact, I double, triple dog dare you to try to cut me down with that Damascus steel. All right? Let's go. I don't remember anything about this. Let's see. Oh, it's a double? Damn, dude. Woo! Bro, you ain't got no skills. Oh! Ah! Yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, huh? Shit. That sucked. I don't have any health. Let me check. Let me check. Do we have any? I don't remember where we load. Oh, we do. Okay, hold on. Let's put it in there. Oh, damn it. You see me roll under that? Just to die? Whose dojo is it? My dojo! Okay. Oh, shh. Okay. What's up, homie? What you gonna do? Oh! Pick me up! I did it too early. I had a plan, but I did it too early. I was worried about the fire. We did very good. We did very good. Oh no, Black Hat's going down. Uh-oh, Lost Child's going down. Who is Lost Child? I don't know what's up with that one. Alright, how's everybody doing? How's Serena doing? Yeah, in this timeline, correct. We obey the Iron Code. We side with Daddy. And that's it. That's what we're doing. We literally almost just beat it. That was pretty close. All we gotta do is worry about his fire move for sure. But we're gonna have this beat in no time. Emma's easy. You gotta just plow through Emma. I guess pun intended. But you gotta give it to her hard. Goodbye, Lillian. Goodbye, Pyrai. We'll see you when you get back. Okay, here we go. Let us begin! I didn't even want to do this. We just have to do it. Damn, that's hard. If she gets the first one. Oh, that was it? God damn it. Oh my god, no! Oh my god, no! I used to love you. We had romance. We had adventures. Like to Target. Look at that. That was tight. God! She messed up. Oh, she messed up. Got it. Kataru? Oh, okay. Hobby Lobby mean nothing to you! Yeah. Hassan is right, though. The problem the first time is I had to practice Emma. But now we're good. Now we're set up pretty nice. Ooh, interesting. Ah! Oh, did you see that dodge? Did you see the dodge? That was the best dodge of all time. Did you see that dodge? Surely you guys saw that dodge. That was cold as ice. Look at it. He's ready for you to attack right there. Stay! Stay! Yeah, what's up, huh? Did you see it? He did it again! Yeah, man, that dodge is sick. It's probably the coolest move in the game, honestly. Phase 1, easy peasy. Easy peasy, phase 1. Oh! Come on! You gotta like dodge to the... You gotta like Makiri to the in a little bit. It's weird. Okay, what's up with this now? He does this. What's up, old man? What's up? Oh, I got on the right. Wrong side. I did it again. I gotta go to the right. Not the left. I'm so gangsta! Oh, dude. I don't know what to do about that. Oh, he still does the Makiri. What? Dude, I can't get enough of that dodge. Wrong way! I've recovered. I've recovered. Come on now! Game over, old man! Game over, old Good night!
Sekiro.
They got no love for the dead! That's game, ladies and gentlemen. That is game. Told you. How long did that take? Under 30. Under 30 minutes. What, 15 minutes? Tier list day it is. This is the true tiers list. I think, oh man, I'm about to start talking about him already. I'll tell you, we'll explain it to you, real experience. Well, no, it was 30 minutes, but I had the stream, you know, in the coming soon for like 15 minutes or something. That's why I said 15. Yeah, we reloaded a save to fight this optional boss before the tier list. Somebody needs to go to yesterday's stream. I have no code! I work for me! Look at his little skinny arms. Never skip arm day. Anyway, we need somebody to go back to yesterday at the end of the stream to see what the deaths were at. Yo, Sir Plus, isn't this the other Mortal Blade? Oh man, best game ever made. This has got to be one of the ghosts. Gotta be goated. It is. It's goated. Confirmed. That is so dope. Very few survived the G-Force experience. Buckle up. Nochi Monday. I didn't see what was in his hand, I guess. Okay. Just, oh, come on, tell me. I want to talk about it. What was it? I can rewind it if I need to. Alright, well, we did it, you guys. So let's get this tier list going. Let's not waste any time. Yeah, I'm skipping that. Start playthrough now? Nah. 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 I did. You missed it. I did it yesterday. 85. Yeah, the other ending was... I don't know. They're both pretty dope. They are. Here's the thing. I need the deaths from just yesterday, though. Was it 85 yesterday, or did you add them to these? You can't add any. Because we wanted the deaths of one true playthrough, which was yesterday. Not including the 2 times I just died here. But who cares? It's like 2 deaths. Alright? Least amount of deaths? No, bro. No. No. No, no. Here, we'll talk about it. Hold on. Let's get this going. Give me just a sec. I'm just so excited. I'm so giddy right now. You know what I mean? I just have so much excitement. What can I say? Ba with the ba, the bang, diggy, diggy. Became a Shura. But you know, for me, it really was no biggie. Okay. Oh, that's nice, you guys. That's quite nice, you guys. Oh, yes. Okay, you guys ready? I'm quitting the game. I'm turning off the controller. My work is done here today. You know? Elden Ring, well, I'm kind of confused about that, to be honest with you. Can we talk about that for a sec before we kick this off? Because let me explain just a couple things, okay? Let me explain just a couple things. All right. Oh, I didn't know I could do this. What is this? Presentation mode, huh? What's that? Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's great. Yeah. Presentation mode's legit. Oh, here. Sorry, guys. You ready? Sherpa. Bing, 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 bing. Yeah. But. We good? Is everybody good? How we doing? We doing good? Let me read what you said. He had Genichiro's head on his hand? What do you mean, like a tattoo? I don't get what you mean. I may need to go look at that. Figure it out. Welcome to the tier list, everybody. Now, I do want to say a few things, okay? First of all, I think it's very weird that Elden Ring had 400 deaths. I don't get that. So, couple things. We're saying 80 what deaths? What is it? Let me see. 85 deaths total. So this playthrough had 85 deaths total. But I'm very familiar with the game. So that's kind of a grain of salt. But we did Demon Bell and No Charm. So you'd think the deaths still might have been a little bit higher, but again, I'm pretty familiar, so maybe that's why they're a little bit lower. I can tell you right now I've died more in this game than any of the other games. In total, I can tell you that. I am confused about the Elden Ring one, though. Because we did play Elden Ring slightly longer. In fact, it's crazy how similar they were, if you guys didn't notice. But, like, all of the Souls games, like Demon Souls, Demon Souls might have been a little less. But Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Bloodborne were all, like, around 12 videos. 12 days. And then Elden Ring, we did a little bit more. We did, like, 15. And then this is half that. This is the 7th video, but really we finished the game yesterday, so it was 6 days to beat Sekiro. Again, I know my way around. But I still can't account for, like, why Elden Ring would have been in the hundreds. I don't remember how many deaths we had going in Dark Souls 1. I don't really remember 2. I think in our playthroughs we just did of all the Souls games, I think Elden Ring had the most, but then other than that, I think it was Sekiro. I think it was Sekiro, maybe Bloodborne, but not Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, or Demon Souls. It's just shocking that I somehow got to 400 deaths. I don't know how that happened. I don't remember dying to anybody in Elden Ring just now a lot. I just don't remember it. It didn't feel like I did. And we didn't play it that much longer. I don't know. Anyway, what's more important is I would like to welcome you. Welcome to the quintessential Sekiro bosses plus mini bosses tiers list. This is the only tier list that matters. There were a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this particular tiers list. Hope you enjoy. Let's get to it, okay? Full disclosure, Sekiro, yes, I have now confirmed after playing it again, is my favorite Souls game. Whoa, 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 people in the comments. I know that to some of you, Sekiro is not a Souls game. To me, it is, okay? And it's my favorite Souls game out of any of them. I think it's got some of the best bosses in all of the lands between. You know what I mean? So let's go through them all. Now, I got a list here that's got mini bosses too. I don't think it's going to have all of them. I tried. There's less lists made for Sekiro, and it's kind of hard to know what to include and what not to include. Like, this guy's got the great colored carp in here. I don't know why, you know. And then there's probably going to be some missing, like some of the little secret ones we found, but whatever. This is the best one I could find that had all the bosses and a bunch of mini bosses on there, okay? So, as you probably know by now, Whitney and everybody else, we're not just ranking them on difficulty. Wait, hold on. S, A, B, C, F, D? This got to come up, right? Oh, yeah. What the hell's going on here? A, B, C, D. This is supposed to be... Who made this? That's supposed to be like that. And then this is supposed to be like this. There. Okay. We're not ranking them just on difficulty. We're ranking them on how good they are. How fun it is to fight them. How challenging, yes, that does weigh in. But how legendary. How memorable they are. And honestly, this is going to be a hard list for me because I love pretty much the majority of these. But let's just get into the weeds here and see what's up, okay? So we're going to start out with the man, the myth, the legend, the screaming horseback spearman, Gyobo Masataka Oniwa. Or as you might remember him, I am Gyobo Masataka Oniwa! That's how I like to remember him. Okay. Yeah, maybe they knew there was no need for the D tier. That's great. So, like, this one is... Okay, we're starting out with it is kind of a hard one. Because... he's definitely not better than some of the... Okay, we gotta walk everyone through it. I forgot. So, like, this is definitely most people's first boss. You're either gonna get to this guy, if we're not including the mini bosses right now. You're gonna get to this guy or Lady Butterfly first. You know, after the Genichiro arm chop, of course. Spoiler! But you gotta do Gyobo first. He's easier than Lady Butterfly. I think the first time I played, I messed up and I did do Lady Butterfly first. And I just kept, like, pounding my head against the wall until I beat it. But this is the guy you should go to first. And I will say, another thing of note that's interesting is whereas a lot of the other Souls games have like a tutorial boss, like you've got Asylum Demon, or, I mean, Bloodborne's got a couple, I guess, too. You got the Cleric Beast, but then you got Father Gascoigne, who's kind of more of like the parry boss. Sekiro kind of does something like that, where you got like 2 or 3 different bosses that are all kind of a different tutorial boss. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. This guy's just kind of like the first like boss, whereas Butterfly's got to be the parry one, maybe? I don't know. Either way, the guy's dope. He screams his name. It's the most epic voice delivery, like, of any game ever. Like, it really is. The battle arena, that big old, like, war-torn field. You come over that wall of the castle and you look down on it and you drop into it and he screams. It's epic. It's cool. And for a first boss, yeah, maybe grapple tutorial boss. Bingo. Thank you. And that's why it's tricky, too, because at this point in the game, you probably don't have the move where you can, like, end the grapple with the blow. So you kind of just grapple to him and then land, and then there's, like, a weird delay, and then you start hitting him, but whatever. I think he's so cool. I think the way he screams his name, I think the death blow you get on him when you like knock him down off the horse and then stab him again is just so damn epic. I gotta say, I'm tempted to put this guy in the S. I know he's not as good as some of these. Some of these might get moved around. I kind of want to put... On subsequent playthroughs, he's not that hard. Listen. This is one of those bosses where like, okay, he's probably one of the easiest ones. There's a lot of S in the chat. I'm going between S and A. Because his character is filling the gap between A to S. Like combat-wise, I feel like I want to put him in A. But like the fact of how epic it is, and he's even kind of related to the lore in a couple ways, I'm gonna go S. Maybe. I'm gonna go A. I'm going A. I'm going A, but oh my god. Like he might go to S. I just don't want the S to be too cluttered. I'm trying to be realistic. Okay? He's got cool lore. He's got a great intro. The only thing that maybe holds it down a little bit is it's not that hard. But like, take everything I say in this video with a grain of salt. Because I've played this game like 5 times. So it's like, he's not that hard to me now, but I've still died to him a million times throughout the years. So I don't know. I'm going to go A for now. Lady Butterfly, on the other hand, I think this is S tier. I do. Yeah, we can change the correct option later if we need. That's true. I think Lady Butterfly is so S tier. Okay, let's talk about why. Okay. Lady Butterfly, as I just mentioned, should kind of be like your second boss. Actually, not really. You can leave her there because she's in that like separate memory of the Hirata estate when it's like on fire. And you don't have to go there. Do you ever have to go there? Is she optional? She might be optional. Smash or pass? Yep, probably smash, you're saying? Okay. Picture Lady Butterfly in Smash Bros. Just saying. But you can go to her later when you're a little bit stronger. And I think that's good because she is kind of more of a gatekeeper boss. I think Lady Butterfly way more than like Gyobo is the boss that people got really stuck at. I remember back when I first played being stuck at Butterfly and just like turning the game off for a while. Back before I got way good. Exactly. So what's funny, I read your comment about how Lady Butterfly was the one who taught Sekiro because you didn't say taught the wolf. So I thought you meant like Lady Butterfly is who taught a bunch of players how to play Sekiro. Because that's also true. It's like a gatekeeper boss. You have to play it right. She killed me more in this playthrough. And this was the, you know, Demon Bell no charm playthrough. She killed me more than any of the other bosses, I think. Hands down. It was her and the second Owl Father fight, but probably her. Just because I was trying to get back in the swing of things with the muscle memory. She was whooping me, dude. Crazy. But you can't, you try to cheese her. You're like, you're in this new game. It's not like Dark Souls. You're like, how does this work? You're like trying to run around and stab her a little bit here and there, and it just doesn't work. You gotta parry her. You gotta, this is the one that teaches you how to play the game, dude. This is the one when the game gets serious. I think she's S. I think it's so cool walking in. I think it's so cool that she's an old lady, and she's so hard, and she's so quick. It's just dope. It's just legendary. It's S tier. You do not forget Lady Butterfly. You don't forget Lady Butterfly. Okay? Now, let me see how they did this. Did they split Genichiro into a bunch of different ones or no? Like, what are they... Like, they're calling some of these wrong, by the way. Oh, no, they've got the inner ones in here. We're not... I mean, I could rank the inner ones, honestly. I've done them all. But we didn't do it this playthrough, but who cares? So... Now, is this Genichiro, do they have a castle version? Or is this just the normal Genichiro? I think this is it. Okay. So I don't think this is referring to when you find him in the field at the very beginning, even though that's what this picture looks like. So I'm looking at this one as the first time you fight him on top of the castle. Okay? So Genichiro is technically the first boss in the game because it's like, you know, you walk out into the field and you can't beat him. Even if you beat him, he chops your arm off anyway. So after that, though, when you get to the castle and you fight him on top of the castle, I think Genichiro is 100% smash. Don't care who you are. Doesn't matter. Third phase, he's dope. I think Genichiro on top of the castle is not only S tier. I swear to God, I think for this list, like, you guys, we got to do something here. This is not, it's just not working right. It's not working. We're going to add a row. It's going to be a row we need. Get rid of this one. No, get rid of this one. Did we just get rid of S? Hold on. There we go. Got it. Okay, this one up here. This one up here is the double S plus. This one right here is the normal S. There's no other way I could see doing this. It's got to be like this. Okay, I'm sorry. So with that said, Lady Butterfly goes to double S plus, and Gyobo goes to S. Like, we need a custom list for this game. Okay? And so... yeah. Now, Genichiro on top of the castle is absolutely 100% the most double S fight. One of the most double S's in this entire game. Okay? It's like literally one of my favorite characters. Literally one of my favorite boss fights of all time. It's going to be at the top of the double S row. This is a whole new row we invented just for this. Okay? That's where Genichiro goes. Alright? Now, we get to the first kind of weird lukewarm one. We're jumping all over the place. We've got the folding screen monkeys. Folding screen monkeys, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I've heard people say they hate it. I actually don't mind it. I wouldn't say I love it, but I actually kind of like it more than I don't like it. It's a gimmick fight. So this is when you get to the top of the Senpou temple, and you get teleported to the, what is it? What is that place? It's like the four monkeys, where you get the divine blade, or not the divine blade, the mortal blade and everything, right? And it's kind of the little gimmick fight where you've got like the monkey who can hear everything, the monkey who can see really good, the monkey who's really loud and tells the other monkeys, and then the invisible monkey. And if you didn't see in our playthrough, it's really funny if you don't know, because right when you spawn in this arena, the invisible monkey's right behind you. But like normally in your first playthrough, you don't know that, and you like kind of start to go walk around, and then you got to track it down, you know. The invisible monkey, when you start, you just turn around and just cut him, and he's dead. Boom. One down. One down. Niels Thiel says they caused me so much pain. I don't know. I think it's kind of a neat. I think in terms of the Souls game gimmick fights, I like it more than some of the other ones. I kind of do. I like it. It's got a neat vibe there. It fits like the whole Asian styles. It's dope. It's cool. I think it's neat. And there's little things you can do. Like you open the door and the wind blows in that one and it gets that monkey. You ring the bell, which like messes up the ears of the hearing monkey. I don't know. It's cool. It is on subsequent playthroughs, it gets worse. I agree. On your first playthrough, well, I don't know. You could kind of say it gets worse or better. It gets worse because you don't want to do it again and you kind of just have to do it. But it's also easier on subsequent playthroughs because you don't have to play by the rules. And if you're good enough, like me, yeah, I just ran around and killed him right away. I didn't even do the little things. But like, whatever. It is what it is. I think it's cool. I don't think it's the best in the game. Nice emojis. I love it. Now, here's why I'm going to go B. I'll go B. The lowest I'm going to go is B. And here's why. I almost wanted to go A, but I don't know. I'll go B because there are other gimmick bosses in the game that I think are even cooler. So I'm going to go B. Okay? I don't hate it to the point where it's C. This is, yeah, we're going to move on. All right? I'm going to do it in the order that it's laying it out to me for a change. We're jumping all over the place. It's random, okay? Guardian Ape. Oh my god! This boss! This is one of the greatest bosses, in my opinion, in gaming history. I love everything about this boss. I literally think, like, there's a couple bosses in Sekiro that are just better than every other Souls boss ever. And this is one of them. This is one of them. Now, this is another one. Damn, Whitney. Okay. Okay, damn. Whoa. All right. So, Donkey Kong here is one of the most epic bosses anybody has ever designed. I swear to God. So you make your way down. I don't remember. Sir Plus has got to check me in the chat here on the name of the areas. I don't remember. But like, you make your way down to the Guardian Ape's water hole. But I don't know, maybe midway through the game. I think you should come here right after you get the Mortal Blade. Because it could be helpful in the fight too. If you're not that good yet, you know. But I am telling you, yeah, he kind of does look like Kratos, right? See what Neil Steelheel just said is what I'm talking about. This guy fooled me so hard. Now, some of the magic is lost because the game's been out for so long that people know. So I'm going to tell you right now, if for whatever reason you're watching this list and you're like, maybe I'll play Sekiro, turn me off for a second. Because there's a big spoiler about this boss, and it's worth not knowing if you have any hope of not knowing in the year 2023. Okay? Incoming spoiler now. The whole thing where you kill this guy, and they trick you into thinking you won, and then he gets back up with no head, is the ballsiest, coolest thing any Souls game has ever done. Change my mind. Change my mind. Name any other boss from any other Souls game that has had the balls to do something like that. They commit so hard. So he's only got one death blow. So you think there's only one death blow. The game has taught you up to this point to know the death blows are the end all be all. You know? He's only got one death blow. And on top of that, when you're new and you're fighting him, it feels like he should only have one death blow because he is so hard. So you believe it. You are on board with the lie, okay? You finally beat him. You kill him. You chop his head off with the big-ass sword that is stuck in his neck the entire time that you're fighting him. By the way, when he, like, there's opportunities where you can grapple, you're grappling the goddamn sword sticking out of his neck. So then you jump up on him, decapitate him with his own sword in his neck, and he falls to the ground dead, right? Music stops. They flash Shinobi Execution on the screen, which is another cue to you. At this point, you know what that means. You've won, right? They give it a good 5 seconds or so. Just long enough. Right, let the ape cook. Gotta let him cook. They do it just long enough to where you're like, whoo, man, that boss. And then he gets up. And then he gets back up. It is the coolest thing. I feel like when the game came out, everybody found out how cool it was. But, you know, years later, people don't care as much. It is still, to this day, the coolest thing any of these bosses have ever done. And then you gotta fight him again. And he's got no head. And he's walking around like drunk, and his like attacks are like kind of drunk. It is burned into my brain, this whole experience of this fight. I will never, I'll be on my deathbed, and I'll be like dying. And my friends and family will be there. Some people from the chat will be there. And I'll be like, come on, closer, closer. And they like lean in, and I'm like, closer, closer. And then they lean in, and I'm like, yo, the Guardian Ape is still the best boss. I will never forget this boss. It is so goddamn cool. I just love it, man. They commit so hard, and it's so cool. And then at that point, too, you realize, like, I can't trust anything in this game. Like, this game is doing its own thing, man. So, with that said, Guardian Ape, I think you guys can imagine where that's going. It's going full S. It's going full S, top of the list. I almost think he's tied with Genichiro. I kind of downplayed how much I like Genichiro. Genichiro is such a good fight. Some of the best fights in this game feel like you're fighting an actual person, especially the human ones. It feels like you're fighting an actual person, and Genichiro on the castle is one of those fights. It's just like this back and forth tug and pull. It's so dope. It's so dope. Guardian Ape S. What's next? Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Let's jump right into it. Headless Ape. The Guardian Ape does have a little bit of a soft white underbelly, if you will. Okay. So, this is an optional fight. I didn't even find out about it the first time I played. So after you, God, we didn't even talk about how cool it is when you then kill the Headless Ape version. Like, when he gets back up and then you kill him again and pull the centipede parasite thing out. It's just, oh my God. It's the coolest looking thing, man. It is just so good. It is so good. It's next level of any of these games. But anyway, after you beat the Guardian Ape, he scampers away, kinda, I guess. And you can go down into the poison pools area and you can find it. But honestly, there's cool things about it. Some people don't like this fight. I, once again, do not mind this fight that much. I think it's kind of cool. It's a cut above the whole, like, Elden Ring, Dark Souls style of, like, now there's two. It's a cut above. It is. Because not only do you walk into the arena, and it's cool. It's like underground cave. It's like the Headless Ape with no head, like, scampered underground, to its lair. And then you walk in. And there is an audio cue. After you kill the Guardian Ape, you hear this ape in the distance, like, scream. For real. Yeah, Niels, I got something to say about that if you don't know, by the way. Hold up. So, you hear this other ape scream. You're like, what was that? What was that? I didn't even notice that my first playthrough either, right? So then, you come down here to this cave, optional fight. You can miss it. And you see the Headless Ape, like, stretched up on this wall, like he's down there. But it's not like he's just standing there. He's kind of moving. It's just cool, dude. It's like you walked into something organically. I love it. I love that about it. So then you start fighting him, and it's the normal version of the second phase of the Guardian Ape. So he's still got no head. I think it's the same exact fight. He's doing the same moves. But then midway through, the other ape comes down, okay? Which is the brown one, who I thought it was his wife or something. But now I think Surplus corrected me. I don't know. It's some kind of relation. A love triangle, maybe. I don't know, okay? But then you got to fight the two apes. But I think it's a cut above, like, the duplicate bosses of the other Souls games, because, like, it's a different ape visually and mechanically. It does different moves. It's smaller. It's quicker. So it almost has a little bit of that, like, Godskin duo fight appeal, where, like, one's, like, quick and nimble and the other's slow and fat. Only they're not fat because they're both apes and they're ripped, right? But so it's almost like that, though. There's a little bit more to it. Ornstein and Smough, if you will, but not quite. I'm not saying it's that good, okay? But I don't mind it. I think it's cool. I think it's totally cool. You gotta maneuver around the smaller arena, trying to kind of position them in a way where you can... It's, for me, I always take out the little brown monkey first, then focus on the other guy because it's easiest for me, but, like, you can do whatever. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Twin Princes, I think, is better than this. But, yeah. I gave Twin Prince A, I think. I mean, S. So, a Headless Ape, I think I'm gonna go... I don't know, man. I'm between B and A. I think I'm gonna go B. Because it isn't one that's that memorable. I don't even really remember it until I turn the game on again. Oh, but what I was gonna say about what Neil said. Another cool little touch with this boss, though, is one of my playthroughs, I did this boss before I had the Mortal Blade. And if you don't know the lore of Sekiro, like a lot of these things are undying, and they've got this like parasite of undying, and you can't kill them without the Mortal Blade. And so what happens is if you fight this headless ape here, like with the two of them, without the Mortal Blade, when you kill them, the headless one stays laying on the ground with the parasite thing, the centipede hanging out of its neck, and it's like wriggling, and you can, see the centipede's alive, and the monkey body, the ape, keeps like twitching, and it will stay there in the game, and every time you go back to it, it'll still be there, not quite alive, not quite dead, just twitching, waiting for you to kill it with the Mortal Blade. So I was like trying to hit it a bunch, and I like couldn't kill it, and then I ended up leaving and getting the Mortal Blade and coming back, and then you can finally kill it. And that is just so cool, man. It's just such a cool touch that you can do it in a weird order like that, but it doesn't break the game. Okay, I just like it. It's going to go B. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I guess in this list we've made, now it's kind of mid, but that's fair. Corrupted Monk. Now, it's... Okay, this isn't okay. Okay, let's talk about the Corrupted Monk. Let's talk Corrupted Monk. Okay. This is in the Mibu village. I'm happy I remember the name. So you work your way through that, like, zombified Mibu village, which actually, I love the environment of the Mibu place. And you can cheese this girl so hard. Yes, you can. But I think the environment and the vibe of the Mibu village is kind of slept on. Like, if we did a tier list on the areas of the game, I would put Mibu Village kind of higher. I really like the areas in this game that have the water pools that you can end up going into. I like how it's like nighttime in Mibu, and it's like little pools of water and huts, and I don't know, I just really like it. And it's got the weird zombified people that are drinking the tainted sake or whatever. It's probably got the rejuvenating water in it. I don't know. But my point is, that's the area leading up to the Corrupted Monk. Now, the one hard thing about the Corrupted Monk, okay, I'm gonna jump ahead with my words here, is as we know, unless you haven't played, after you beat this Corrupted Monk in this like spirit form, it's a true boss, it is. But then you go up to the entrance to the Fountainhead Palace and you have to fight the true Corrupted Monk, which is like this monk, but not spirit form. And so like, what's up? Oh, dude, it's Tori Rochelle. What's up? You're the best. Welcome back. So anyway, this version is not as cool as the Fountainhead Palace version. That's obvious. But it's also so cool that it's hard to rank the... Dude, damn it. It's hard to rank the Sekiro ones. They're just more well thought out. Because, like, yeah, you fight the spirit version here, but it's so cool that you fight the spirit version and that the real version's up there. It's just like, I don't know, like, within the lore of the game, it's dope as hell. But the fight's cool, man. You can use confetti. You can, yeah, like Neil said, you can cheese it in a bunch of ways. I think firecrackers and confetti work, like, really, really good. If you're talking about some other cheese where they get stuck, I'm not sure. I haven't done that. I don't like to cheese the bosses in these games. Specifically Sekiro. I think it is dishonorable. But it's a cool fight, man. It's cool, but because, like, I would almost put them together. Like, I wish we could put them together, but we can't. So because we have them separated here, I gotta do it like that. And so I think I'm gonna put... I kind of want to go A. I don't think it's bad. It's not quite S. It's cool when you get there. You know, but it does kind of feel like a phantom boss, you know? But man, the first time you fight it, like when you haven't fought the next version of it, it's cool. Like if there was never the other version, I feel like I would move this version up to S. You know? If the other version didn't exist, this one would be cooler. But the fact that the other one exists, it's got to go down to A. Yeah. A is good? Okay. Sounds like we're good with A. So now, what's next? Oh, no, we gotta save some of these. Let's mix them up. Hold on. Let's jump around. They hit all the little mini bosses like in there. I'm gonna mix them all up. Look. Jumble, 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 jumble. I wish I had a built-in like shuffle feature, you know? Whoa, accidentally had Rin of the Water and F for a second. Shame on me. All right, that feels good. Now, let's get... Some of these are on here that are weird. So, let's do this. This is a weird one. This isn't... Now, we're going to do our first mini-boss of the list, okay? I'm happy we found this particular list because the mini-bosses in this game are elevated to the point where some of them are just as memorable as the actual bosses. Unlike the other Souls games, the mini-bosses are just... dude, it's just like chef's kiss. Other than this guy. This guy's not that cool. This is the guy... I mean, it's kind of cool that it factors into, like, the level, I guess. Okay? Whoa, man, that kicked in. But, like... So this is the guy where right when you get to the... Oh, no. No. I'm not doing that yet. You know what we should do? Now, after we did... Hold on. We just talked about the corrupted monk. We gotta just go straight to the next. It just makes sense talking about them together. Okay? Boom. So right after you beat the corrupted monk, and then you progress the story, you come back to where you beat the corrupted monk, and then the big giant straw man thing takes you to the Fountainhead Palace, the gates, right? Sorry, Surplus. I had to backtrack. We're gonna do this first. We'll get to them next. So this is the true corrupted monk. So it's like the true version of the spirit one we were fighting down below. And this is just once again. This is absolutely S tier. It's double S, you guys. It's S. This might be one of the best in the game. This is so iconic. It's so legendary. What do you mean? When do you use snap seeds? Can you use snap seeds when it splits into all those black phantoms? I've never done that. Never done that. So, this is such a good fight. It's so damn cool. It's so damn epic. Everything from the design of the boss, the mask that it wears that has become iconic in its own right, the beads and the whole dress and the outfit, and like, don't even get me started on the scenery. The leaves on the bridge, and it's like guarding the entrance to the spirit realm, Fountainhead. It's just so good. And the screams of the monk, which we probably should have brought up in the corrupted monk, the other one. But the screams, oh my god. Oh my god. And am I wrong? Up until this point, it's the first boss that's 3 death blows. So you walk in and you see 3 death blows and you're like, oh my god. I've never done the snap seeds. What I've done is that thing where you jump around the trees to avoid them, but keep looking down, because then when the monk materializes, you can get the death blow. So you can kind of get a free death blow in the middle if you're observant enough. There also was a cheese where you could come in and get a free death blow at the start, but I think they patched it out, if I'm not wrong. I think they patched it out, but I don't remember. But this is just the coolest fight. There's a certain rhythm to this fight, like a flow with the movements, like block, parry, 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 parry. See, when I first said block, I took chip damage there. I'm making mistakes even talking about it. You see? It's just got a flow, man. And then after you beat the second phase, you tear the centipede thing out again, just like the monkey. But then you've got another phase fighting it with the centipede thing coming out of its neck. And it's like spitting like the leeches on you that do the terror. Man. It's so S. It's Magnum S, bro. It's Magnum S. Where is it? Down here. This goes way up here, you guys. It's way up at the top. Way up. I almost want to drop Lady Butterfly down to this. I don't know what you guys think. We're going to have a lot. Butterfly could be... I just don't know if she's double S. I feel like everything in double S right now is absolutely double S. Absolutely double S. And we even forgot to talk about the lightning phase with Genichiro. When you get the way of Tomo with the lightning and you gotta jump and deflect it back. Oh, it's just so goddamn cool. Okay, anyway, Corrupted Monk is up there. At double S. Lady Butterfly comes down to S, but that's okay. I feel okay about it. I don't love the terror mechanic in any of these bosses, by the way. The true Corrupted Monk does the terror, which can just kill you immediately if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Same with the ape. The ape one is a little bit more telegraphed, so you know when he's going to do it and you got to run away. But the monk one is a little bit trickier. You can get caught with it. Don't love it, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about it, guys. Yeah, Corrupted Monk is a woman for sure. Yeah. It's actually based off of a true, well, not true. It's like a real life mythology of some monk. I looked it up one day, or maybe I heard it in Vatavidya. I don't remember, but it's based off an actual thing. Okay, back to who Surplus was trying to go on about. Okami leader Shizu. Okay. I do not like this guy. This is the guy where when you come into the Fountainhead Palace, so right after beating the Corrupted Monk, you come into the Fountainhead Palace. One of the most beautiful areas in the game. It's like Irithyll in Dark Souls 3. You come out and it's just like, oh my god. It's like a feast for your eyes. It's so gorgeous. Love it, man. Just water everywhere. And by that point, you've got the Mibu breathing technique underwater, and you're just like, I'm going everywhere in the water. Love this area. Top tier. If we're doing areas, it's double S, But you can't go in the water at first, because every time you try to go in the water, this guy does lightning bolts and kills you in the water. So they pretty much put this guy up on the tree out there on the lake just to stop you from like shortcutting across the water. They want you to do the other side of the level first. They want the giant carp to break the bridge. Then they want you to go over. They want you to kill this guy. Then they want you to explore the water. Yeah, he's playing lightning soccer. He's like doing hacky sack, But here's the problem. If you're timid with this guy, he might be cooler. But the fact is, if you just sprint right at him and start swinging, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to use any deflections. You don't have to block. You don't have to stop attacking. You don't have to use any prosthetics. Just keep hitting R1 until he dies. And for me, that's lame. It's lame. Yes, he's a mini boss. We should clarify which ones are which. This is a mini boss, not a real boss. It's not very good. He kind of is just there to stop you until you kill him. I don't like it. I don't think it's that cool. He'd be kind of cooler if he put up a fight, but he doesn't. I kind of want to put him down here on D. I really do. He's kind of memorable as that guy that annoys you in the tree. Like, he's just annoying. He's not even memorable in a good way. He's not even memorable in a good way. Like, if you asked me in a year, yo, do you remember that lightning guy in Fountainhead Palace? If I haven't played in a year, I'd be like, that guy sucks. He's annoying. He is annoying. He's D. He's not F only because, like, okay, it's kind of cool with the Fountainhead Palace. It's kind of cool that he's, like, tied to, exploration in a way. Whatever. He gets a D. He gets a D. Now, moving, I feel like we should do another mini boss. Or, yeah, one of these. Let's do one of these. Let's do long arm centipede. Look at that face. Oh, my goodness. Look at that, you guys. I don't think I remember him looking like that just now. Is that the eyeballs he has? I don't know anything about the lore with these guys or anything, but I have a feeling it's got to be something. What are these? So you fight a couple of these in the game. It's like a weird, like, centipede man. The human centipede, but he's got, like, Wolverine claws. There's also little tiny normal versions of them, too, that are easy to kill. But there's, like, two, like, I guess, Is it just 2? Like little mini bosses? At first, they seem really, really hard. Because they attack relentlessly. And if you're not getting the parries, they just slaughter you. But the minute you figure out the pattern, it's the easiest enemy in the game. And honestly, it becomes so obvious. It's like the easiest pattern to memorize. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Swoop. And then they dash at you. And they just do it like over and over. So it's kind of cool, man. They're weird, at least. The first couple times you see them, it's like, what the hell is that? But again, I don't think it's anything that crazy. I don't think it's that epic, you know? I think we can go, I think we can go solid, like, honestly, like, C. It's got to be below these. It's below these for me. So I'm going to go C. We're going to go C for that. On to the next. On to the next. I'm going to, just to be efficient here, the other long arm centipede giraffe, I'm putting right there next to him. They're the same thing. Yeah, there's 2 of them. They fight the same, I think. You know, there's no noticeable change for me. I'm going to put them right there in C. Why don't we talk about Surplus's homie? Ashina Elite Jinsuki Saze. I'm probably saying all these wrong. I'm doing my best, okay? Once again, this guy's awesome. This is the guy that you find in the dojo in the top floor of the castle, right under the roof where you fight Genichiro in like the attic dojo area. And I think this guy is great. This guy is great because he fights unlike many of the other enemies in the game. Once again, this is a mini boss, not a real boss. So we're talking prayer beats. I'm pretty sure like all the mini bosses do prayer beats for the most part, other than the headless, right? Lots of tears, you guess. I like this guy. This guy is very, very, very fast and parry focused. You can, by the way, I've done it. You can fight him without parrying him at all and just kind of darting behind him and hitting him. But that's stupid. Why would you do that? He does this one move over and over for the most part. Curtis Jackson says it's a baby boss. Yeah, man. But he goes, he's got his sword sheathed, and then it flashes, and he does a quick double swipe. Like so fast that you literally have to anticipate it and just like double tap. Like I can't even do it with my finger right now. Like, bop, 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 bop. It's like so fast. I have to literally like, my reaction isn't even fast enough. Like I have to like anticipate him doing it, and then I see the flash and then just hit it. But if you know what you're doing and you're nailing the parry, you can kill him in like 10 seconds. And I think that's what makes it so cool. If you're not doing it good, you get stuck here. And it's like a long, drawn-out thing. If you know what you're doing, he's dead in 10 seconds. And that's like the essence of like a samurai duel. Come on. That's so good. This is one of the most classic sword fights in the game. It's so damn cool. Right? Smash on that guy. Okay, wow. We're learning a lot about some people today, you guys. Anyway, he's cool. He's one of the better mini bosses. I like him. I gotta put him in A. I'm gonna go A. I think it's cool. Yeah, I think that it's definitely like not a gimmick, but it's like a one-note mechanic at the speed. But I think it works. It works for what it is. I'm going A. I'm going A. Ashina Elite Jinsuki Sazi goes into A. He would be so proud. His mom would be too. Now, what do we got next? Let's knock out some other ones here. Let's do like this guy. Well, hold on. Let me make sure they don't have any duplicates of that guy. Here he is. Here he is. So I'm gonna put him in the same spot. I'm kind of cheating. Yeah. Well, keep reminding me. Yeah. So this guy is the next version of him. You fight him after the story progresses a little bit. You come back to the castle. Now he's got the red eyes. And he felt the same, bro. Like, I gotta be honest. I'm trying to remember. He probably had like different moves, or maybe he's faster. I don't know, dude. but it feels mostly the same. To me, if you can do the first one pretty good, you can do the second one pretty good. They're both the same. For me, it's an A, okay? Let's do the same thing with this guy right now. General... Oh, God. General Kuranosuke Matsumoto. General Kuranosuke Matsumoto. Okay? This is not the first. The second... His face, too, man. Look at his eyes. I never noticed that. He's like the second kind of mini-boss you'll face, if you count that other guy in the intro area. But we'll see if he's in the list. But this guy's right after you start the game. I don't know if this is the exact version of him, but this is another one of those mini-bosses where there might be 2 or 3 of them in the list. And we're going to put them all together, okay? Because they all fight the same, just with different, like, status effects and, you know, weight behind it, I guess. So, well, the red eyes is the carp thing, right? He's got, like, the carp eyes. We can definitely explain that. We did a whole thing. Next game's not going to be Roller Coaster Tycoon. No. I'll briefly talk about it at the end if you're curious. Because it's The Sims 2. We already talked about it. It's The Sims 2. Okay. Corinto, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Welcome. Now, I think this guy's cool. I don't think he's that great. I think he's a little watered down. He's a little easy. Not when you're first starting out. That's why he's at the beginning. But then you do get the other versions of him that are kind of harder. I don't know. He's cool. He's tough. To me, it's just not as cool as Seven Spears. So, like, for me, this guy is not going to go that high. He's not that memorable. You know, when you see him, you're like, oh, I remember that guy. But if I'm thinking and reflecting on Sekiro, I'm not really thinking about this guy that much. I got to put him in, like, the C. What else? Is there any other version? This is another one right here. This is another one. He's a little bit tougher. He's outside the ogre. Same essential thing. Let me make sure there's no other ones. I thought there would have been like one more. No, maybe this guy forgot one. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. We're going to put him in C. I am going to put him above the Centipede Giraffe, though. I think he's above Centipede Giraffe for sure. It's cooler than that. The sword fights are always cooler. Okay? Now, why don't we take a break? Do a big one. Do a big boy. Let's do Owl Father. Now, I don't know if the guy that made this list has the terminology right or wrong, so I'm assuming that this is the first Owl Father fight on the rooftop of the castle. You know, I kind of like that this game, like, this game reuses a lot of, like, boss arenas, but, like, why does it just work so well in this game? Like, the world and universe in Sekiro is so, like, realized and better than a lot of the other games, to the point where, like, I'm never like, oh, now I'm fighting on top of the castle again. I'm like, damn, this is awesome. I'm on top of the castle again, but now it's this guy. Like, for some reason, it just works so good. You're saying this isn't the first one? Okay, hold on. Where's the first one? What's he called? It's not Inner Father. Owl Father. Great Shinobi Owl. There you go. It's Great Shinobi Owl. I'm going to knock them all out together. But so I kind of love the different bosses you fight in the same arenas, but the time of day is changing. The environment's changing a bit. Like, now it's on fire, and, like, it's just cool. Now, Great Shinobi Owl, we might as well just not even talk about it. It's so S. It's just so S. It's, oh my god, dude. It's like, it's so many S. It's so cool. So, probably one of the most important characters in the game in terms of the lore and the story, right? This is the guy in the very first cutscene that finds you as a little baby wolf, little puppy, little Sekiro wolf. And what does he do? Does he, like, take you under his owl wings and coddle you? No. He cuts your cheek with a sword. He's like, welcome to the shinobi ways, bitch. And then he's your dad, you know? And you find him outside the Harada estate, and he's, like, dying, right? And so you think he's dead. That's the thing. You think he's dead. But then after you beat Lady Butterfly, you get stabbed from behind, and we didn't know it was him, but it was him. All right? So I think, oh my god, dude, there's so many cool things you could say about this fight, okay? The scenery, you're back on top of the castle where you fight Genichiro, which, by the way, this is the fight where you get a choice. It tells you, are you gonna obey your father and disobey Kuro? Or are you gonna, you know, disobey your father and stick by Kuro kind of thing? And you can literally choose. If it's your first time playing, I recommend not. I recommend staying with Kuro because it skips like such a big portion of the game. But you can choose to not fight him and kind of end the game early. But if you do fight him, which you should, it is just one of the best fights, dude. You're up there on the roof. It's like, what is it, like sunset up there, I feel like. It's so cool looking. It's so epic. The dialogue between you two, and then you're facing off, and then it's like, it's such a sword fight, man. He's running all over the place, deflections, dodges. It's just so goddamn epic. And then after you get him in the first death blow, he goes down, and he pulls this son of a bitch move where he's like, no, wait, no. And he goes down. And then if you walk up to him, he like does something. Doesn't he like pop smoke or like kick sand in your eyes? He's an asshole. He's dirty, bro. You learn that he fights dirty, bro. He's dirty, Mo. It's just so damn cool. And once again, talk about the boss design. His huge like ponytail. It's like the biggest thing I've ever seen. He's got to have neck and back problems. It's just so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. With no further delay, Shinobi Owl goes up to double S. Double S. But now here's where it gets tricky, right? Because there's these other versions of them. Okay, we're going to leave the inner ones out for now. I'll talk about those at the end. But now, Owl Father is the one where I feel like unless you really are into Sekiro and have looked stuff up, you probably did not find Owl Father fight. There's a lot of steps to get here. Arguably even more confusing steps than something like Dark Souls to do some of this stuff. Like, you gotta eavesdrop a few people in the right spot at the right time. And then you end up getting this different bell. Or you get the Owl Father bell from Emma after you eavesdrop on her. And you're like, yo, bitch, I heard you talking about me. You said I had to die. What? And she's like, no, I'm sorry. Oh, my God. I said that like you or Kuro had to die. I didn't say which one. God, here's the bell. Go fight your dad again. And then you go back to the Hirata estate. But it's so cool because now it's like even more on fire and stuff is like burning down. There's all these different people there now. It's crazy. You got to fight another drunkard on the way in, which we should get to next, by the way. And you go into the Lady Butterfly arena, which is where you got stabbed from behind from your dad, the Shinobi Owl. And so you walk into the arena. That's what she said, Torinto. You walk into the arena, and this time, your daddy is standing there. And then you fight him again. But let me tell you this. Unlike the Ashina Elite and these generals, it is very different. He is so much harder. For me, on this playthrough, which was the Demon Bell Charmless, no New Game Plus, just normal, he killed me, I think, the most. Even if Butterfly killed me more, I don't remember, but that doesn't count because I just turned the game on. When I was, like, acclimated to the playstyle, Owl Father still killed me more. He was the hardest boss for me out of the whole game. He just is. He's got all these cool moves that kind of elevate the fight to where, like, moves that you already learned in his first fight, but he no longer does them now, and he'll get you if you expect it. Like, he'll do this, like, move. For example, he'll go like this, and he's about to slam down. But then if you, like, try to dart behind him, he goes, and then he does a side swipe. He'll, like, change his moves based on you trying to predict it. It's just epic, man. So, I mean, I feel like they just both go S, kind of like these other ones. I gotta just put them together. I am looking at a lot of these as, like, a one thing. Like, the monks are kind of part of a one thing. The Owl Father's part of a one thing, but he's S. He's double S, all right? Speaking of chained ogres, who's speaking of chained ogres? I am speaking of chained ogres because here he is in the flesh. You find your first one of these pretty early on. Mini boss. Prayer bead. Okay? Right in the first area. Kind of at the end of the first area. He's chained up. I think they're kind of cool though. I think they're cooler than some of the other mini bosses. They fight different. It's not all parry. You can parry some of the kicks and stuff, yeah. But he's more of a grappler. He's in the WWF. Okay? It's because I'm talking, Torinto. Don't you understand? It's not your time. Alright? So, he's cool. He's different. I think he looks cool, too. It's weird to have an ogre. It's like, it's one of the first, like, fantastical things in the game you see. Like, what is this ogre? It's just cool. He's chained up. You can sneak up and get a death blow on him. You could also run up and start hitting him a bunch before he finally breaks out. It's pretty epic. And if you think back to when you first played the game, it's epic. And it's kind of intimidating when you first get there. And you could get stuck there too. But, you know, it is what it is. It's not that crazy. Stay away from the grapples. You run around, hit him a bunch. You could use firecrackers, work good, you know? I mean, whatever. It's an ogre, okay? It's cool. I think it's cool. Let's see where it fits, though. I feel like it's like... I think it's cooler than... yeah, I think it's cooler than those generals. I think it's going to go high C. Yeah. It's not as cool as these two. Folding screen and headless, but it's cooler than the generals. I think. I kind of like fighting the generals more, but I think the character's more memorable with the ogre. Yeah, like I would remember the ogre sooner than I would remember the generals, unless I was reminded. So the ogre's going to go see. He's probably got some other ogres. Let me look. See if he's got other ones in here. I guess not. No, he just put the one ogre, which is weird because there are other versions of the ogres, but he didn't put those in, but he put these in, whatever. So ogre C. Any version of the ogre, I got to go see. All right. Now, how about this guy? Now, look at they're calling him this name, you know, Shigekichi of the Red Guard, but this is just a drunkard, okay? And the drunkard is kind of like the other guys. Uh-oh, driver ready to go. We'll do that later, but he's kind of like all the other versions of the drunkard, but this is the one that's got fire. Like some of them got poison, some got fire. To me, I'm going to count them all the same because the moves are essentially the same. You fight them essentially the same, even if some are harder. I think it's cool. I don't think it's one of my favorites. Big old lumbering drunk guy. I think it's cool that he drinks from his jug. I don't know. That's about it. They're not some of my favorites, but they're not the worst. I think we're hit with another C. I'm going to put him right up there with the chained ogre. And then I'm going to go find... Oh, here we go. And then you've also got the glutton, which is another version. And you've got the drunkard, which is another version. So I'm counting them all on the same tier. You could pretty much just squish them into one, and that's where they go. Maybe it's cooler than ogre. It could be cooler than ogre. I kind of want to move ogre down, leave drunkards up. Okay? I'm just calling them all drunkards because the drunkard's the one that you tend to just see first. So then when you see the glutton, you're like, oh, it's the drunkard again. So whatever. But they're okay. They're okay. They're thick. Fleshy. Feels good to hit them. Lots of see. Yeah, but keep in mind, though. You need to keep in mind, Serena, some of these are mini bosses and some are bosses. Every single one that we have in C is a mini boss. There are no true bosses that I have in C yet whatsoever. Okay? So keep that in mind, right? Why don't we talk about an awesome style of enemy? These guys. Oh my god, these guys are so damn cool. The Lone Shadow Long Swordsman. Okay? This is probably going to be our first mini-boss that's going up. It's going up. It's got places to be. It's got places to see. Tier lists to see. Or tiers to be. I don't know. I love these guys. There is a lot of these in the game. I will say that. I will say that. This is the one in particular that you find in the well where you start the game when you come back. The Lone Shadow Long Swordsman. Not only are there multiple mini bosses of these guys, they also turn into somewhat of a regular enemy later on in the game in classic FromSoft fashion. Now, you would think that somehow takes away from them. Kind of like other games. Like Elden Ring, when you start seeing bosses that are now just enemies, and it kind of takes away some of the magic. Yes, this is one of the ninjas with the dogs. That version had dogs, yeah. I, for whatever reason, do not think that is the case with these swordsmen. They are so damn cool and just interesting to fight that I think out of the mini bosses in this game, this is an S tier mini boss. It is an S tier mini boss. Okay? It is. And I'm going to put all the rest up there because, again, I'm not going to do them individually. It's the same thing as kind of the glutton and the drunkard where you'll have poison ones and different versions of them. One of them's got dogs like Torinto just brought up, you know. But I'm going to count them all as one because at the core moveset is the same, right? The core moveset's the same. The way you fight them is mostly the same. There's probably a lot in here. Let me make sure I got them all. Looks like I did. I love these, man. It feels like in the same way. In fact, in this, god damn, dude, Sekiro is so good. This game is absolute perfection. I don't know anybody that can disagree. I don't get it. Like, if you're into From Software, I don't understand how you can not look at Sekiro as like the magnum opus. Okay, you could say Elden Ring is big, huge, open world game, magnum opus maybe. In terms of tight controls and combat mechanics, it's just like, this is like an absolute, like, perfect game. Perfect game. At no point, barely in this game, are you playing and, like, are at odds with the controls. Unless you're just not good yet. It's never like, oh, damn, like, it bugged out. It's like, it's perfection. It's so good. And so, in the same way that these Ashina Elite are like exactly how it feels like it should feel to fight like a samurai duel, like fast, like cut. Is how the Lone Shadow Long Swordsman feel like you're fighting a ninja, man. It just feels like it. It just feels like a ninja, bro. They've got the shuriken. He's doing kicks. He's jumping around. Some of them got Mist Raven stuff, I feel like, or is that just the mod? I don't remember. They're just so cool. And the coolest thing about them, fun fact, the swordsmen only have one hand. Most of them can't. Yeah, wait, what's up with that? Why do they have one arm like me? Are they like me? I've got one arm. In the game, I mean. Prosthetics play a big role in this game. But coolest thing about these guys, coolest thing, is that combo they do with that ends in that big leg kick, and you can Makiri counter the leg. What on earth? So when they were making this game, they came up with the mechanic of Makiri counter, which is any kind of like long thrusting attack. You step on the weapon and like step it into the ground. It's just awesome, right? But then somebody on the dev team thought, you know what? Make it so you can Makiri counter his leg. Why not? It's a thrusting attack with a long thing. And so this dude can kick you and you can step on his leg and step it into the ground. It's just so good. It's one of the coolest things in this game. They go S. They go S. On to the next. On to the next. Great Serpent's kind of like a throwaway. Let's just talk about it. Like, I guess it counts as a boss because it does give you like a memory, doesn't it? So I've heard some people say that the Great Serpent counts as a boss because like anything that gives you a memory is a boss. But like, I don't know. Come on. This isn't even like... This is like the dragon in Dark Souls 3 when you're up in the Nameless King area. where it's cooler than that because at least you see the serpents. There's 2 serpents, but at least you see them a few times. And you've got some interactions of stealthing around them. You stab one in the eyeball, which is cool as hell. Blood goes everywhere. It's a whole thing. I love it. But in terms of like the fight, you just get to a part in the game when like you're kind of overlooking down onto the serpent. You just drop down onto his head. Oh, you don't get a memory? I think you do. Look it up. Look it up. I think you get a memory from this. Either way, whatever. It's in the list. Somebody thought it was a main boss. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. It's a cool cinematic thing. You drop on its head, you kill it, you get the serpent viscera whatever item. It's cool though. I'm not hating on it. But like I just don't know how well it fits here. Okay, yeah, maybe you just get the heart and not the memory. I was wrong, whatever. But like, yeah, I don't think it fits here, but like I'm not gonna put it anywhere, honestly. That's stupid. I'm not gonna put it on the list. Okay? We're not doing that. But we will jump to another spectacle. Divine Dragon. Divine Dragon. This is some cool ass shit. Right? This is some like oh man, it's a vibe. I wouldn't it's a little bit above a gimmick boss. It's not a gimmick boss, but it's definitely more of a visual spectacle than it is a challenging fight. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you, Higgins. That's an interesting description there. Definition. Yeah, that's right. We did learn you could parry the snake thanks to you, Real Experience, and that was cool as hell. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, especially compared to the rest of the fights in Sekiro, the Divine Dragon's like, you know, it's not hard. But it's not supposed to be. It's just cool. And it earns it. I mean, it really does, dude. Like, you go through the whole Fountainhead Palace. It's this whole, like, ethereal, spiritual, vibey place. And then it just, like, really gets the cherry on the top with the dragon at the peak up there. It's cool, man. It's so cool looking, and the music slaps. The music slaps. You know? It's good. It is good. It's hard to talk too much about it because there's not a whole lot going on. You got to fight all the little things at first. It's almost like kind of like a pseudo Deacons of the Deep thing, kind of. But it ends really quick, and then the dragon comes out, and you got to jump on the logs and deflect the lightning back, which is kind of crucial because you should already know how to deflect lightning when you fought Genichiro, but you can technically fight Genichiro even without deflecting the lightning if you can't ever figure it out and still manage to win. Or accidentally do it, you know. And then so the Divine Dragon's making it so it's like, listen, you really need to know that you can deflect lightning before the end of the game. Please. Please. Learn this. And there's even a few enemies leading up to this fight that are deflecting the lightning throughout that whole area. So hopefully you know by now. But whatever. It's cool. I think it's good. I think it's great. I don't think it's double S. I don't think it's S. The only reason I'm not going to go S, we're going to go A, top of A. Visually, as a spectacle, I would go S, or even higher. But I think of Sekiro as so much of a combat game, I guess. It's hard to put Divine Dragon up among the likes of Lady Butterfly, you know, but it's definitely memorable. It's definitely memorable and it looks cool. It gets an A. It gets an A. Okay? Let's see here. Let's do one of these. Let's do 7 Spears. Where's the original 7 Spears here? Is this him? Oh my god. Now, this is another mini-boss. There's a couple different versions of them. But in my opinion, this is way better than the Generals. Oh my god. 7 Spears is such a goddamn force to be reckoned with. A total and utter unit of a boss. of a mini boss. This dude is probably responsible for so many deaths of everybody that played this game. And this one in particular, this guy, you find this guy, if this is the one I'm thinking of, this is the one you find early on. By the time you get to the castle, even before Genichiro, you can find this guy. And oh my god, you better hope that you know how to Mikiri counter at this point. Like, this guy, like, there's so much weight behind this guy. Not even just about his body. I'm talking like his attacks just feel so heavy. Like, even every attack that you, like, deflect, you, like slide backwards in the dirt. Like, the force behind it. It hits so hard. It's so cool. I used to hate this fight. In fact, that says a lot about this fight. I used to absolutely despise this fight because it was so goddamn hard and I could not figure it out. Now that I have it figured out, it's one of my favorite ones. It's one of my favorite ones. Let's see how the list is looking. I put 7 spears up here, honest to God, with the lone swordsman. I don't know if they're quite above. I put them above. I think it's cool. I put 7 spears above Lone Shadow. Oh, so epic. He's so intimidating. They're both intimidating. He's kind of intimidating in a whole different way. They can share the tier. They can share the S tier for the mini boss spot on the S tier. I think Lone Shadow and 7 spears are S tier mini bosses. So here's the other guy. Here's the other 7 spears. Put him up there. Is there any more? No. This general, we already talked about the general though. This general is like one of them. He's the first one. He's the intro one. So drop him with the others. I think that's it for 7 spears. Let's finally talk about the headless. Let's finally talk about the headless. And I'm not going harsh, bro. No way. And honestly, what's weird is he didn't, like, this guy included all the other versions of all the other bosses, but he's only got one headless. When there's like a bunch of different headless, but okay, whatever. So I hate the headless. I'm kind of conflicted with the headless. Because I think the design is cool and the terror thing is neat and it's misty and weird and spiritual, and I think even the first one you run into, you find that letter that's like, it's got no head. Our swords did nothing. Just leave it alone. It's like it kind of warns you. But you got to use the confetti, which let me tell you why I don't like this boss. The main things I love about Sekiro, the mini boss, by the way, and we'll get to why I hate them, but mini boss, not boss. I don't think it's going to be F. I don't think it's going to be F because I do like the design. It's kind of got a weird vibe when you fight it. It's weird. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's fun to fight them. And I think all of the combat in Sekiro is so fun that if you've got one that's just not fun, it needs to be worth it, right? Like, if it's not fun to fight the headless, but they give me a prayer bead, okay. But they don't give you prayer bead. They give you those... I think only one of them has a prayer bead in the arena, but you can just run up and grab it. I don't think any of them drop a prayer bead unless I'm wrong. But they drop those sugars for you, the special sugars that are like unlimited, but you have to use spirit emblems. And I just don't think they're worth it for me. I don't think they're worth it. Like, what I like about Sekiro is it's fast, reflex-based combat, and everything about Headless is against that. When you're near the Headless, you have to walk. You can't even move fast. And it's got the terror mechanic. Like, it's like the whole thing is terror, which I think terror is the most questionable mechanic in all of Sekiro. I don't hate it like some people do, okay? But I think it's one of the worst mechanics of the game. It's an insta-kill if the meter builds up, and that's all that it is. So I don't like fighting them. Pretty much the only thing they have going for them is they're kind of neat looking. It's kind of a vibe, and they reach their hand in your butt and pull out your rectum. That's about it. I don't like it. I avoid them. I avoid them on most playthroughs. It's just not fun. I think headless is... I gotta go D. Yeah, if we're gonna get a D, it's gonna be headless. It's gonna be a headless D, if anything. I just don't like it. It's not fun. It's not fun, and it's not worth it. If it was not fun, but they drop prayer beads, okay. But it's not fun, and it's not worth it, so I just don't care. I just don't care, Torinto. I don't care. Full disclosure here, we're going to skip this. Great colored carp, just like the great serpent. I don't know why it's even in the list. You never fight the carp. You give it precious bait and can kill it, but it's not like a fight. It's stupid. That's not in the list. That's not in the list. Snake Eyes is in the list, though. There's a couple of these, couple different ones of these. Also a female, Snake Eyes, Shirahagi. Ah! So, yeah, doesn't Japanese also have that mythology of the guy that's got a big old eyeball for his butthole? Isn't that a thing? I think that's a thing. And then he just, like, comes out of the bushes and he, like, bends over and he spreads his cheeks and he looks at you with his eyeball. It's terrifying. That's S-tier boss material right there. Okay. Snake Eyes is cool as hell. Another fight that is deceivingly hard. But unlike the headless, it's worth it, and they give prayer beads. And I think they are so damn cool, man. I do. They've got the they're unique. They've got the long rifle barrel. It's like a rifleman that shoots at you a bunch, grabs you with that hook throw, and shoots you off like some kind of killer instinct fatality move. It's so cool. There's a couple of them. I think there's 2. I think it's good. I think it's good. It can be a pain in the butt. You have to be patient with this one. There's a few things you could do. You could use the ash to throw in their face and stuff. You know, you could do a few different techniques, but you got to just get good, really, at the end of the day. Ethan's coming in with an A tier. What's up, buddy? Corinto doesn't even remember this one. Let me see. It's going to be more like... It's not as good as these. I think it's up there. I think I could put it above Ashina Elite. It's tied with Ashina Elite. It's cool enough. It's unique enough to be in there. Okay? Isn't there another one? Here's the other one. Here's the other Snake Eyes. The 2 girls. I believe they're both girls. Shirafuji! Yeah, maybe you missed it. So now, we're saving some real good ones for last, boys and girls. Who wants to get rid of this guy? Get this guy... No, not that. Get this guy out the list, bro. This is technically kind of a tutorial mini-boss. Look at him. He's so confident. Look at that. Man, if you knew anything about this guy, you'd know that it was hilarious that he looks this confident right now. You know what I mean? This guy is so easy. But this is the very first guy. This is the very first mini-boss. It's the first thing that's not even a normal enemy, other than Genichiro. No, not even. This is like the very first guy that's not a normal boss. Or I mean a normal enemy. It's like a mini-boss. So he teaches you the posture a little bit and the multiple death blows, but I didn't even, dude, I would not even remember this guy's name. I can't even pronounce this guy's name, unfortunately. I'm going to forget his name the minute we click off. I don't even remember he's in the game until we start the game over. It looks like he only, yeah, it looks like he only owns 1 cool pair of gloves. He's really showing you them too, you know? Like, he's making damn sure that you see those gloves, because he bought them. All right? Okay. He's not, I mean, he's nothing special. He's kind of like the generals, but just watered down. He's just, he could go D, you guys. Headless goes lower, but he could go D. Not even because he's just kind of a hard one. Because he's not a hard one. He's not hard because he's not supposed to be, because he's like the first guy in the game. But because of that, It's, you know, there's just one. He peaked in high school, right? He peaks in the beginning of the game, and then it's over, and then you don't remember him. So he's gonna go D. Wow, we got a decent spread here, but we got some good ones coming up though. Okay, I'm doing my best to kind of cherry pick some bad ones out of here. Like, why don't we do the Bulls? Not that it's bad, but let's talk about the Bulls. What do you guys think of the Bulls? Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Fextra Life. Shout out to, you know, Batavidya. The true legends of the Souls games. You know. Now, what do you guys think of Blazing Bulls? Another boss. Is it not? Is it mini boss? Mini boss. Yeah, two of them. Prayer beats. Count them. 2. I think they're not great. I don't think they're great. I do think they at least fit within the game. They look cool. I like their big flaming horns. It's cool, but I don't think the fight is that great, man. I just don't. There's not really a whole lot worth it to stand there and fight it face on. So really, like, the easiest way to fight it for me is to just chase it around, and then you get it stuck in this infinite loop of, like, it turning itself, trying to do sharp turns while I stab it in the butt until it dies. Seriously. So, like, it's not great, and neither one are great. Why do you say that? I'm curious about what Wildy Jordan says, because I heard another guy commented on my video, and he's stuck on the bull. I don't get it. I showed my friend you killing the guy in the field of flowers, and he said you were a god without me even prompting. I know, see? Listen, I don't make it up. I don't just wake up one day and say I'm a god.
It just comes with the territory when you live the kind of lifestyle that I do.
That's all. Okay. Now, I think Serena did nail the bull right on the head, though. The problem is a lack of diversity with the moves. Okay. It's kind of a one-note boss. It doesn't have anything. Like, if I start chasing it around, it doesn't have any way to combat me. It can't do anything, which I guess is, like, kind of realistic because it's like a bull, but, like, it doesn't mean it's fun. It's not. It's not very fun. I don't think it's great. You've got 2 of them. The only thing I'll say is I like that for the Sakura version of the bull of the palace. They did make it look a little different, you know. It's not like they just gave it red eyes. It's at least a little bit different too. But still, I don't think they're great. I think they're going to be... I don't hate them that much, you guys. I'm going to go low C. I don't hate them that much. I don't hate them enough to go D. I don't hate them enough to go D. Yeah, ooh, if they were like breaking walls down in the houses and shit, yeah, that'd be epic. Yeah. Too bad they don't, you know. I'm going to go low C though, because I don't think they're as bad as these guys in D. I really don't. I don't hate them. I don't have some kind of hatred for them. And I can get through them easy enough now to where I just don't care. They're just kind of like an afterthought, you know. They're going to go lowest C. I can't put them below Okami because who the hell is this guy, you know? In any of these, I can't. They're going to go low C. Corinto agrees. Low C. Now, we're almost all to epic ones left. I'm going to knock out two that aren't that epic. Spoiler. Okay. The Shishimen Warrior. The Shishimen Warrior. I hate these guys. I'm not kidding. I do. I hate them. I don't hate them quite as bad as the Headless, but I do not like these guys. It's kind of the same idea as the Headless. Kind of. Where it's like all terror-based mechanic. That's like the whole fight is terror. But he's like a, you know, he's a spellcaster this time. So he flies around and shoots projectiles at you too. Luckily, you're not forced to walk, so I don't hate it as much as the Headless. Is it the one free death blow from this guy? Because I tried it this time, Wildy. It didn't work. If you're talking about the guy in the Fountainhead Palace, I tried it multiple times. I don't know if it got patched out or what, but I could not drop on him and get the death blow. I even did the Gatchin sugar and went low key, went ninja feet. I put on my socks and slippers and tried it. Still didn't work. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's very fun. But again, counter to the headless, I think they do give you prayer bead, which is better. It's more worth it. They do have 2 death blows, I believe, as well. I might be wrong. Can't remember. It's just not that memorable. I don't love it. I don't love it. But it's better than headless. It's better than this leader. It's better than Okami leader. I don't even think it's better than Bull, you guys. I'm going to go D. I'm going to go highest D. That you don't... First of all, I did purchase the anti-air death blow scroll, but that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about dropping down onto him and getting a death blow. The anti-air death blow is the cool one when you jump up and grab them out of the air and do it. Probably one of the coolest looking moves in this game. You want to see it? Head over my shorts. I've got it on there. And it's gangster as ever. Okay, you just got to sort through a million shorts. Good luck. Actually, you could probably go to the Sekiro playlist. It'd be better, but you know what I mean. So anyway, yeah, it's high D. Use Cracker and he will jump. What? Oh! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I misunderstood surplus. I didn't realize you meant that when this guy is in the air, you can, like floating, you can jump up and do a death blow. Never knew that. Never knew that. So sorry I doubted you. I didn't know that. That's cool. I mean, that's cool, but I still don't like it. Not good. D. High D. Okay. The last one that doesn't deem that much discussion here is the Shinobi Hunter. This is the Makiri counter tutorial boss, I would think, right? Yeah, definitely. You probably get the Makiri counter around this time. And this guy is very much Makiri based. Turns into a normal enemy later in the game. This is just a mini boss version. Hold that thought, I just got drive-by'd. Thank you. This is a mini boss version. Steven Sweet, you're so damn sweet. Gives you a prayer bead, but you need to know how to Makiri. He does Makiri after Makiri after Makiri. Some jump ones, but you know, it's cool. It's cool, okay? It's not great, it's not bad, it's good to be a Makiri boss, but it does kind of feel like a little bit of an afterthought, you know, because he becomes an enemy later in the game, a normal enemy. So it kind of feels like they were like, you know, whoa, we need someone to teach the Makiri, like take one of these guys and make him a boss right here. I don't hate it, you know, it's cooler on your first playthrough than it is on subsequent playthroughs. But as far as mini bosses go, we're going to put Shinobi Hunter Enchin of Misen. He's not D. He's somewhere down here. He's somewhere down here with the bulls and the centipedes. I think the centipedes are maybe more iconic than him. Like, I'm going to put him in between the centipedes and bulls. How about that? I won't read it, Torinto. Don't worry, I won't. Don't worry, I won't. So anyway, yeah, he's going to go low C. He's above bulls, he's below centipedes, okay? Now, everything that's left deems a pretty good little discussion summary. F, Wildy, bro. No, we're not talking about Demon yet, because first we have to talk about the misnoble. I feel like this might also be a misnomer. Just kidding. Miss Noble. And I think it might be a kind of a point of contention for some people. Right? Miss Noble. I don't even know if you'd call it a gimmick boss as much as it is a non-boss. He tries to fight back. But listen. Even in comments and stuff, I've seen people say things like, the Mist Noble is the worst boss in the game. Like, everything is good in the game other than the Mist Noble. Why is it bad? What's bad about the Mist Noble? Can anybody tell me? Like, why does every boss need to be some, like, absolute grind fest? Like, that would be, like, unrealistic. It's at least more believable in this world that not everything is going to be goddamn Sword Saint Ishin. You know what I mean? You hear the flute? Mist Noble coming in. I think the Mist Noble's cool for a couple reasons. I think the Mist Noble is tied to that whole area where it's like playing the flute and creating the illusion and the mist and stuff. I think it's cool that it's like, it's very weird making your way to the Mist Noble, you know, all the spirits in that area. And then you find your way in and you see the Mist Noble down there and you hop down, you realize it's a boss, but then you realize that it can't do anything and it starts trying to attack you like it's your like drunk grandpa on Thanksgiving, like and it can't do anything. You know, the noble can't defend itself. Yeah, I guess she can bite you, but it's not a boss. It's like a like a lore boss, you know? So you kill it, but then the other cool thing is I think you kill it, which breaks the spell. It breaks the illusion, and the fog and the mists like lift. But then even the house that you're in, which was like this nice house, is now like dilapidated and broken and in ruins because it was all like an illusion. I just thought it was cool. I think it's cool. And then it's on your way down to the Mibu village. I just like, I like this boss in relation to like the environment and the journey you're going on. I think it's cool. I think it has a place within the story and within your experience. I just do. Again, like I say, how memorable they are. I don't forget the Mist Noble because it even has that appeal of like catching you off guard. Like, oh, wow, this thing can't defend itself. Okay, like it's just cool. It's not like the covetous demon in Dark Souls 2, which can't defend itself, but it clearly seems like it's supposed to defend itself. It's just dumb. It's stupid. I like the Mist Noble, but I don't think it's like amazing. I think it's like a B. I feel good putting it with folding screen monkeys. I think it's folding screen monkeys. Folding screen monkeys are a little bit cooler to me even. But Mist Noble's up there. Yeah, this is a Mass Effect tier list. Yep. These are all of the romance options in the Mass Effect trilogy. Michael, thank you. Mist Noble, low B. Low B tier. Gotcha? Gotcha. Now, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that all of the ones left are absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to put all the inner ones to the front because it's a whole different conversation. Okay, now, I'm going to start with Lady Orin of the Water. This is a mini boss, prayer bead, mini boss, bucket head crying lady, playing a what? It's not a lute. What is it? Somebody said it when we were there. This boss is so damn cool. I have a feeling that I like this mini boss more than other people like this mini boss. This is probably one of, if not my favorite, mini bosses. Lady Orin of the Water you will find at the end of the Mibu village right before the corrupted monk. Onion Bro's long lost cousin. No, not quite. Not quite. You also run into that one guy who's like constantly trying to find the source of the music. And you keep finding him closer and closer and closer until you get to Lady Orin. Now, quick side note, I need to just say this on this video. I know I've already told all you guys in the chat a couple times while we were playing, but just on the off chance that anybody's watching this randomly and they know an answer for me, hear me out. The guy that is like following the sound of the music, you know, he's the guy that you can end up like doing a couple things with, right? Like you either find him by Lady O'Rin dead, or you can send him to that creepy doctor butcher guy, and then the whole carp eyes thing happens, and you can fight a spirit form of him with the carp eyes. But I, for some reason, have this memory of a playthrough that I did. I'm lazy, and I still didn't go back and look at my playthroughs on my channel to check, because I think it's on there somewhere. I really do. But I have this memory where I somehow killed Lady O'Rin of the Water. And then I came across, after that, I came across that guy who had some dialogue about being mad that I ended the music, and he fought me. He fought me. I also played a mod at one point, so I maybe it was the mod, but for some reason I just don't think it was. And he said something about like being mad that I was the reason the music stopped, and you fight him, but not in spirit form. So I got this memory. If anybody can like vouch for that or confirm or deny, you know, maybe we can then realize it was the mod. I don't know. Just wanted to say it, okay? I love Lady O'Rin of the Water. It's another parry boss. You walk up to her. Walking up to her is one of the most vibey, coolest things in this game to me. She's standing there with her basket on her head. She's playing her music. You hear it from afar. It's like haunting. And you see her standing there in this just cool area, man. It's such a vibe. And you walk up, and she's crying, and you can ask why she cries. And she tells you that Lord so-and-so, I don't know, she's got some kind of romantic thing going on, whatever. And then you fight her. And it's just so cool, man. It's like a beautiful fight. It's kind of like Emma, the way that she like stays back and then boom, comes in with a bunch of fast ones. She's like a spirit, so you can't really hit her a lot. Like 80% of the time, she's like transparent and you can't hit her. So you have to get good at the parries and the head bounces. I just love this fight. Love this fight. Let me see what else. Well, dude, Torrento, you gotta remember. Oh, the instrument's a shamisen. Thank you. I probably pronounced it wrong, but I think she's cooler than Miss Noble. She's cooler than Folding Screen. She's cooler than this duo Headless Ape. She's cooler than Ashina Elite. She's cooler than Snake Eyes. She's cooler than... Now it's getting close. Now it's getting close. Is she cooler than Corrupted Monk and Dragon? I don't know. I don't think so. It's hard because like it's almost like I wish we could split the mini bosses from the bosses. I think she's dope. Listen, this is my list. I can do what I want. She's up here. She's up here, dude. I just remember her, man. I didn't know she's weak to Sabimaru. Didn't know that. I think she's so cool. Micah says better than Monk, but not as good as Dragon. Was thinking what I was thinking. I just like it, you guys. Delete the boss game? Oh, like it's too hard? You're just gonna learn how to do it. Tell your friend to get good. I'm giving lessons every Friday at noon. I'm gonna go up there, you guys. I've got 7 spears up there. There's no reason I can't put Lady O'Rin up there if I've got 7 spears up there. I think she's just so cool. She's so different from everything else in the game. Her sick-ass kimono, man. I just love it. She's an Okami descendant. It implies that. I love it. I'm going to put her right there. I can't, it's hard to put her above any true boss. Like, I can't put her above Gyobo. But I put her above Corrupted Monk and Dragon, I guess. I don't know, man. That's a tough one, I gotta say. I'm gonna leave her where she's at for now, but that's a tough one. I love her. I like her more than Emma, dude. I like her more than Maria. This is my waifu of the game. It's this. I'll hang out with her. I'll ask her why she cries. All right? Moving right along. Moving right along to Armored Warrior. What do you guys think of the Armored Warrior? because I can tell you what I think of the Armored Warrior. What I think of the Armored Warrior is the Armored Warrior is absolutely just D. Tries to be a cool gimmick boss, fails miserably. Gotcha! Oh, I got you so good, bros. And pose, I guess. I got you, though. It's so double S. It is so double S. This boss is one of my favorite bosses in the entire game. No, I wouldn't have her leave the bucket on. She can if she wants. This is such a good boss. This is one of the best, coolest, most memorable bosses of the game for me. Love this boss. Every single playthrough, I love this boss. Love this boss. Roberto! It's so good, dude. It's so good. This, in my opinion, the Armored Warrior is the best gimmick boss FromSoft has ever done. Ever done. This is the pinnacle of gimmick bosses. So let's explain it. So you get through the Senpou Temple, which, by the way, even leading up to the Senpou Temple, you've got some little hints of some lore. You get the Firecrackers prosthetic, which you can buy Robert's Firecrackers. I don't remember if it's Roberto or he just calls them Roberto. I think it's Robert's Firecrackers. So you don't really know why they're called that, you know, and you're just like, whatever, at this point in the game you're playing. And then you get up through the Senpou Temple and you get to this wooden bridge. And you start walking out on this bridge. And this motherfucker walks out like an absolute Dark Souls boss, just total unit. Just walks out and is like, nope. You're not crossing this bridge. No. And so then you got to fight him, right? And at this point, you're still kind of in the dark. You're just like, what is going on, dude? What? It catches you so off guard. And then you learn as you start fighting him, you know, you're trying to parry him, you're hitting him, and you realize that you're not doing any damage. You can't hurt him. He does a you shall not pass, and you realize you can't hurt him. And then he even confirms it and is like, look at this armor, bro. Y'all katanas can't hurt me, dog, dude. I'm like from over across the seas, homie. I'm a European homie with this armor, bro. You cannot cup me. You can't cup me. So then when you finally break his posture enough, it gives you a death blow. But again, you realize you can't kill him. All you can do is like get up on top of him and launch off him to push him. So then it starts to click. And you realize at this point, because it's just so ingeniously designed, because this guy's got this massive greatsword, he's swinging and slamming it everywhere. The bridge like starts to break, and you can see that you can fall off the edge. So then it clicks in your brain, okay, let me try to push him off the edge. So then the whole gimmick is you need to try to whittle his posture down while like positioning him at the right time for when the death blow triggers that you can push him off the edge. That's the goal. Right, it feels so good when you figure it out. But then he falls, and what happens when he falls? He falls and yells, Roberto! Hence why everybody calls him the Roberto Knight. And then your mind is like, wait, what? Then you're like, what did I just do? So I think Surplus nailed it here. The lore is perfect. The fight is perfect. The arena is perfect. You can hear him thump too. If you wait after the screen shakes and he thumps. It's just so good, dude. It's so good, man. It is like it's like the perfect boss fight. It's so creative. It's so unique. It's like an armored knight, but in Sekiro, it's like a little taste of Dark Souls. I love it. Bro, Roberto is his son. So let's drop some knowledge. Let's drop some knowledge on Micah, and you're going to like him even more, okay? Roberto, or Robert, is his son, and his son is sick. So they traveled from across the seas, most likely, based on, you know, his outfit style. But they traveled across the seas to try to cure his son by using the rejuvenating waters of the Fountainhead Palace. So he came here to try to heal his son. Dude, I'm gonna cry about it. You guys think Life is Strange is gonna make me cry? This guy is what makes me cry. This is some gangster ass shit. Y'all better recognize. This is some real shit. So he comes here trying to cure his son in the rejuvenating waters. And that's why, I guess it's like, you know, kind of theorized, Robert's firecrackers that you can buy, it's like they were funding, or at least helping them fund their journey by selling these firecrackers. So in essence, you killed him and you have ended their journey now. Who knows what happens to Robert? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. Someone hit up Vachividya. I don't know. We know what happens to the dad. He's dead. I don't even know why he insists on fighting us on this bridge. Like, we didn't, like, call him out. Surplus, when we were here that day, said something about, like, making a deal with the monks that if he killed 50-something, they would take him to the waters. But I don't know if that's, like, a theory or if that's confirmed. I don't know. But everything else I said is pretty damn confirmed. Yep, it feels bad. There, see, Whitney just said it. The monks of the temple said if the knight was to kill several hundreds, he can gain access to the temple. So he's out here trying to get access to the waters. He's got a righteous cause. So it's a little bit like Sith vibes, you know? Like, you feel bad after you know what happened. It's just so deep. There's so many layers. It's like, this guy is the true onion bro of the game. Not in sense of the character, but the layers of the onion. I love this fight. I think it's so goddamn good, man. It's just so cool. Oh, it's so goddamn memorable. It's so double S. It's up here for me. It's up here for me, man. Oh, dude, it's just so good. All right. Now, down to our last final few. That's the thing, Micah. There's more lore in this game than people realize. And listen, if anybody uses TikTok, doesn't follow me, go hit me up and follow me. You can get in on a lot of the conversations there. I like to get a lot of conversations in the comments, you know. And you'll get a lot of people that will say, you know, Sekiro's not a Souls game. But one of the reasons they use is they will literally say things like there's not like as rich of a lore to unravel and in the world and all this. But it's like baffling to me because there is. People just don't know where to look. And I'm not some kind of genius, dude. All I did is I've played this game like 5 times and I've watched Vachividyas and lore stuff and read about it, just like I've done with Bloodborne, because I like it so much. And when you actually take the time to do that, I'm telling you, like, there's not only just as much in this game, but to me it feels more well thought out. It's more well put together to be. Bloodborne's good too, but it's more tied together. I just feel like this is like it's like a real thing, man. I love it. Like the fish. People don't know about the fish. Like when you kill the carp and then it winds up in the watering hole. Like things like that. It's harder to discover these things without external help, but it's there. It's there, just like it is in Dark Souls, just like it is in Bloodborne, just like it is in Elden Ring. You got to be writing or reading item descriptions, and then I will say this. In fact, real experience. Check this out. This is going to be a little bit of a side note ramble, so sorry for anybody that's just here for the tier list, but really, really fast. because you did bring up, yeah, Micah, someone type it in the chat so you spell it right. Vatavidya watches videos. If you're into Souls lore, that's pretty much just the main recommendation. He's got one for like every Souls game, and the guy's so good. His videos are so good. I don't even know how he figures some of this stuff out, but he does. He's very smart. His videos are so well made. Can't recommend it enough. Thank you. But now back when I was discussing whether or not Sekiro is a Souls game, Real Experience did say at one point, well, by that account, then Monster Hunter is a Souls game. But no, it's not. And to me, it's not because of what you just said. Because the story is shoved down your throat till you ask him to stop. And this is at the moment that I realize that people want different things out of the Souls games. And that's fair. And that's human nature. So to some people, it's not a Souls game if there's no character creation, stats and builds, and even like a dedicated role with iframes, you know? But I think for me, and that's why I say this, those are the things that are the least unique about Souls games to me. So many RPGs have stats and builds and iframes and rolls and dodges. So I focus on what I like the most out of Souls games, and what that is at the end of the day isn't just the punishing but satisfying combat and stuff. It's even more so like these vague universes and these worlds and characters you can unravel by reading like item descriptions and talking with the community. And that is what makes a true Souls game to me. And so the fact that I can do that in Sekiro, along with the main core components, right? Like the bonfire mechanic of resetting everything, and there's a lot of like Homeward Idol, like a lot of these similar mechanics at the core. But because it feels like that with the lore and the world, that's what makes a Souls game for me. And that is why Sekiro is not only a Souls game, it's the best one for me. I love it. I love it. Now, let's finish this up. Now, I'm going to do Ishin Ashina now. We just did Ishin Ashina today, right before we jumped into the tier list, okay? Right when we jumped into the tier list. And, you know, by the way, I'm not saying I don't like Monster Hunter because of that. I'm just saying that, yeah, that's one of the elements that I attribute to being a Souls game. Yeah, exactly. That's a great point, Torinto. Building a community around every Souls game is not easy, but they did do it. They not only built a big community of people that like Souls games, and all that I want is Sekiro to be loved within that. That's all that I want. It deserves that. But yeah, there's little communities in each game, like Dark Souls diehards, Sekiro diehards, Bloodborne diehards. Sekiro has the least, though. Sekiro is the most slept on, and I think it's unfortunate, even though I do get it, and it's the hardest to get into, but I think it's the most rewarding. Ishin Ashina. Now, Ishin Ashina is the optional final boss if you choose to go against Kuro and, you know, side with your owl father. If you choose to do that, then right then and there, you fight Emma, Lady Emma, followed up by Ishin Ashina. What is kind of unfortunate is, as thorough as this list is, I now see that he or she has left out Emma. But what we'll do is we'll include Emma in this one. Okay? Because you have to fight Emma right before Ishin. It's technically the same fight. I would like to separate it, but whatever. So I'm going to think about Ishin Ashina knowing that Emma is a part of the fight, okay? So you fight Emma's arguably even the cooler the cooler part of the fight. Nice. The cooler part of the fight. Because you don't expect to fight Emma. Like, you get little tidbits throughout the game, especially if you're talking to her and giving her the sake, right? Where she's like, you learn that she is trained in some kind of fighting, even though she doesn't want to fight. She has no desire to kill people, right? But she will if she needs to. And that's what she does. So the minute that you make that decision, you got to fight her, and it's cool, man. It's sexy and honorable, and she's like, let us begin. And she's awesome. Like I said, she's kind of like Lady Orin, where she's like, she's the gentle blade, you know? She's quick, and she moves like the wind. It's dope, dude. But it's, if you can parry her, it's pretty quick. She doesn't have a lot of posture. You can kind of plow through just to get some parries. She goes down pretty quick, which is good, because you need to be able to get to Ishin Ashina with some health. Because if you do not know this boss very well, I think it can be one of the harder ones, but I don't know. I've heard some people say Ishin Ashina is like the hardest. It's not. It's just not. I think it's a watered down, even though it's fired up, I think it's a watered down version of the Sword Saint. I think Sword Saint's all around harder and better. But it's cool, man. It's cool that it's like a different version, a different ending, a different boss arena. You're on the castle again. It's on fire. He's got all these fire moves. I don't know. I feel like he was really hard for me at first, but then he's just kind of became a pushover after you figure it out. I don't think he's that cool. I think it's like, it's cool, but it's not double S. Let me see if it... Oh, dude, what about the dodge? The dodge alone. That dodge he does alone gets him to the S tier, actually. I gotta go up here. I'm gonna put him below Lady Butterfly, above Gyobo. He does that dodge, that little sidestep dodge where he just goes like... The sword's like... And it's like the coolest looking thing ever. So, I gotta go... He's gonna go high S. Pretty much... The dodge and the most, yeah, the dodge is carrying. The dodge is carrying the rating, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. So he's going to go high S, but he's not going to knock out Butterfly, okay? Not going to happen. Not going to work here anymore anyway. What do we got left? What do we got left? Now we got Demon of Hatred, you guys. Let's do it. I heard some people say F's for Demon, but I think you're only saying that because he killed you a whole lot, right? That seems to be why you would say that. You know, nothing about you. I'm just saying I don't see how anybody could justify giving the Demon of Hatred an F unless you are mad at him personally. Unless he like broke into your house and like broke some kitchen plates. Then you could be mad. But I mean, at the end of the day, who are we trying to kid? The Demon of Hatred is so S. It's so S. People get mad at this boss because you can't fight it the way that you're supposed to fight everything else in the game. But I don't know if that's entirely true. I think the people that make that complaint, like, to be fair, it's a fair, like, point of discussion. Like, yes, you can't just parry this boss. You have to kind of run around and dodge like Dark Souls and hit it when you can. But I think there are other enemies in this game like that. Like the ogre or the bull. Like, yes, you can get some parries in, but, like, they seem kind of like this. So it's not like the only thing in this game. What's up, Pyro? Welcome back. It's not like the only thing in this game that is like that, you know. But okay, but let's talk about everything else, right? So if you don't know, the Demon of Hatred is the sculptor, which is like your little blacksmith guy in the hub that you know for the whole game who works on your prosthetics. This is him. This is what he transforms into. And that alone, so like, again, we're looking at a boss that's like, lore is double S, spectacle is double S. I don't even mind the fight. It's not annoying. It's hard. It's a hard fight, but it's not annoying. And I think it's awesome. You've got a specific prosthetic that you can even use to help you in this fight. If you use Malcontent, the monkey finger, and give it a blow. It's awesome. It's so cool, man. It's double S again. I told you there's going to be a lot. I don't have much else to say. And then when you kill him, he thanks you. That's one thing we should just notice. A lot of the enemies in this game, when you kill them, they thank you. It's like everything in this world wants to die. And you're just helping them. You're helping them die. You know? Look at all these top S. All right. Let's get this going. So now, last one we're truly going to do here, and I'll explain why. I'll explain what these are to you, but hold on. Ishin the Sword Saint boss. Ishin the Sword Saint boss. The final boss of the main ending of the game. I think this is FromSoft's best final boss they've ever done. I mean, what else? There's no other final boss that beats this. There's just not. The Elden Beast flopped. Dark Souls 3, unless you include Slave Knight Gale, it's still not this level. That's DLC. Bloodborne, unless you include Orphan of Kos, it's just still not anywhere near this. Everything... It's everything about this boss is so cool, okay? It's to the point where I almost wish we made another row on the tier list just to put him in it. It's just the best, you guys. It's the best. So you fight. This is the final boss, and you fight him in that same like field that you fought Genichiro at the beginning. And again, you fight Genichiro in phase 1 here. Also cool. But then, Grandpa here literally like... So, it's just such a cool cutscene too. Cuts himself in the neck. And then Ishin climbs out of his body. It's just like, what the hell is going on? And then it is one of the coolest fights I think I've ever seen in a video game. It is hard. It is brutal. I know people... personally, that have been stuck on this boss for months at a time and just put the game down. Put the game down. And then it came back. It is so good. It is such a good ending to the game. There is no other FromSoft game that has a stronger final boss with a stronger ending. There's just not. Yeah, he broke the mold of the meh final bosses. Exactly. It is such an epic conclusion. And I just love the fight so much. It's so good. And then every phase is different. He gets more aggressive in every goddamn phase. It's so cool. He's got such style, such pizzazz. And then he takes out the big spear. And he's got the gun. Dude, he's the Glock Saint. He starts popping caps at you while running at you. Like, pop, 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 pop. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then he starts doing lightning. I just love this boss. I love when you get to kill him at the end and he kind of just takes to knee. It's like the epitome of just badass, like, okay, you beat me. I take a knee. Go ahead and kill me. I love it, dude. I love it, dude. It's just S. Let's just stop talking about it. It's just completely S. It's the highest S. I think it's the only one that I can put above these other ones. And then, so real fast. Yeah, he climbs out of his grandson, which is a sentence, I guess, out of context is really bad. But it's not like that. Now, we've got no F, mostly because we made a new tier, but it's okay. I feel confident about this. And now, again, if you look at, like, if we didn't make a new double S, you'd have pretty much all of these in S. So it's confirmed my expectation that pretty much the majority of these were going to be high up. Okay? So, no, we're done, Fat Mo, because let me explain. Inner Father, Inner Genichiro, Inner Ishin are different versions of them that you fight after beating the game, and then you can do boss gauntlets, and that's these version of them. I will say they're much harder. I've beat them all. I've beat all the boss gauntlets, okay? So I can speak on it. I've got the videos, but they're not so different that I would like rank them differently. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm ranking all these bosses on like memorability, how legendary they are. Like, it's not just difficulty. So the fact that like you give me the same boss, the same memorable stuff and set piece and all this, but then he's a little bit harder and he's got new moves, I can't give him a different tier, dude. Like, I can't do it, man. Yeah, I've got the videos, believe me. They're up, they're on the channel, but so I can't do it. They would go to the same spots that their counterparts go to here. But I will say that they did kind of go a little bit extra. They didn't just like give him like more health or another death blow. They actually did change some of the moves in creative ways. It's like, it's the closest thing that Sekiro ever got to a DLC, is they added these to the game. I don't think these were in the game in the vanilla version. They added these in. So it's the closest thing Sekiro ever got to a DLC. And it's not quite, obviously, a DLC, but it's also not just like a patch. Like, they do have new moves, and it's even creative enough to where, like, the developers thought, okay, the player is used to Mikiri countering this move. So this time, let's throw in a gotcha, and if the Mikiri, he goes this way. Like, they throw in these little roadblocks, these little speed bumps, if you will, to where, like, if you fall into a pattern of fighting them based on memory, they'll trip you up. And I think that's cool. I think that's a cool little touch, you know? But still, at the end of the day, it's not like it's anything like that's world-changing. So I'm not going to put them anywhere on the list. They would be where the normal ones are. I think Great Serpent's not a boss. Colored Carp's not a boss. So that's why we're leaving these out. So with that said, you have now witnessed, bear witness, the quintessential Sekiro Shadows Die Twice boss tier list, ranked, plus mini bosses, and I think we've got a decent spread. I'm very confident with how this is laid out. I will say, I could, you know, if I sat here for hours, I could go back and forth. Like, everything up here in the double S, it's just like, other than Ishin the Sword Saint being at the very top, other than that, you can pretty much move any of these around and they still are fine. They're all just phenomenal, you know? So there you go. Got a lot of S's, lot of double S's, lot of A's, a little bit of B's, a lot of C's in there for the mini bosses. That's okay. That's only because they're compared to these up here, you know? Some D's, no F's. I really don't even think I would have put anything F, even if we... I can't. I don't think any of these are F. They're just D's. So there you go, you guys. Thank you. This actually is an epic moment because this is the end of the Souls Marathon, you guys. We have now done, if you don't know, if you're coming into this video randomly, we have now done every single Souls game almost back to back to back, live streamed it all, and did a tier list for each and every one, including all the DLCs. So we have now done every single Souls game. I stand by the fact that Sekiro is my favorite one overall. It probably always will be. Bloodborne's probably my second. And then we get into Elden Ring as my third probably, followed by Dark Souls 3. Followed, oh, actually, no, Dark Souls 1, then followed by Dark Souls 3, then Demon Souls goes in here somewhere, too. That remake was pretty good, actually. Dark Souls 2 at the bottom. I hate to say it. I still got Dark Souls 2 at the bottom, but I don't hate it. I don't think it was terrible, you know? So go check out the tier lists if you haven't. They're all there, right? It's okay, Bean Squad. So this does end. I really like Dark Souls 1. I think it's kind of slept on, man. It's a little dated, but like the core of it is better than 2 and 3 to be. Maybe even Elden Ring. I don't even know. On subsequent... it's not better than Elden Ring on your first playthrough, but it's better on subsequent playthroughs. Like, it's better than Dark Souls 1 your first go is better than Elden Ring on your second go, in my opinion. That's just me. So, wow, it was a big, long run, and we've got it all done, and I think that's great. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Now it's going to be on to the next. On to the next. And what's next? If I missed something about that, well, we don't know 100% what's next, but we've got a pretty good idea. You know, Fat Mo really, really wanted us to play like a slow, story-driven game. Fat Mo did. Wanted us to play some Life is Strange. So I thought maybe we were going to do that. But no, I'm not going to do that right now, actually. I changed my mind. I'm not. I think I know what we're going to do next. I will say it was a toss-up. And I will say that I did remember some that I had forgotten as well that we wanted to do. Like we wanted to do Dishonored, Sleeping Dogs. There's a couple other ones in there. I'd do another Bully, you know. Yeah, not going to do Monster Hunter. Only because that's like a big commitment too. That's like a big one. That's a big one. But I think what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to dive just balls first. Deep into Final Fantasy 16. I think so. So I hate to break it to you if you don't like it. And I would like to say you're welcome if you do like it. I hear it's crazy. I hear it's a total visual spectacle. I hear it's like not too long. Quick, exciting action game. You know? Yeah. Listen, we're going to be here forever, Real Experience. Mark my words. If there's not a day that I at least don't try a Monster Hunter game here, then I'll buy you a membership. But eventually it's going to happen. I'm gonna. Okay? We're going to run out of games, you know, eventually. Spider-Man 2. I would even, listen, like how the games shake out. It's okay, Cascada, don't worry. How the games shake out in my list right now is kind of like Life is Strange. Like someone needs to make an actual list so we remember and don't forget the names. But like Dishonored is in there. Sleeping Dogs is in there. I was thinking about maybe a Bethesda one, but I'm just not sure. Bully, I'm even down for some reason to do another Bully run. I don't know why, but I just kind of want to. I'd be down for another Bully one. That's in the list. What's that space game? Oh, Shadow of Colossus is in the list. Yep. GTA 5 is not in the list right now. I actually started a playthrough and I made it to where you get Trevor and then I just kind of stopped. I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. But GTA 4 is in the list. We also have a playthrough going on that. I would be down to do that. Outer Wilds. Yeah, Outer Wilds is in the list. And so it's hard to say where I rank these, but I would say my top ranked ones after Final Fantasy, if we're looking ahead, would be things like Sleeping Dogs, Outer Wilds. But like those are above Life is Strange for me right now. Just to kind of switch it up. Just to do something entirely different, you know. Not Mass Effect is still lower, dude. It's on the list as you know, but it's not above like Sleeping Dogs. It's not above GTA 4. It's not above. And I'm not saying like we're going to do all these before that. I go from game to game and my mood changes in between. Maybe when we finish Final Fantasy, I'm like, I don't want to do that at all. And I take some out of the list. Who knows? But it's just whatever. The list is a work in progress. We've got a never-ending supply of games. I love you guys. And I'm going to go now. I'm going to go. Uncharted could be fun. I like Uncharted. I actually used to like Uncharted even more than Last of Us, and I still kind of might. But it's been a long time since I played them. You know? Nice, real experience. Nice. But yeah, so I do think the next one's gonna be Final Fantasy 16. I think we're gonna see what it's all about. It's gonna be like a movie. It's gonna be like Game of Thrones. You know, we might have some sexy time. We might cry together. We might laugh together. I know we're gonna hear some great music. We're gonna see some crazy boss fights, and we'll get through it pretty quick. I'm gonna like it. I think it's gonna be good. But I'm gonna go. Everybody, thank you. Honestly, anybody that's still here, thanks a lot. It was a fun, epic journey going through all the Souls games and doing these lists. Some of my favorite games of all time. Okay? And inevitably, give it a year. Let's let maybe a year or less, who knows, go by, and then we'll do them again. We'll do them again. Everybody have a good night. I love you all. Good night. Farewell. Sherpa. Yo, and Surplus, good luck on that, like, low-level, you know, no-posture vitality run, bro. Good luck. Hope it works out for you. Don't punch a hole in the wall, okay?